Hey everyone, I just wanted to go through these exam questions if any of you are still having problems in a little bit more detail. And if this helps, great. If you have any questions after we go through these, go ahead and send me an email, send me a text, and I can meet with you individually. So let's give it a shot. Number one says 9 plus 13 times negative 3 minus 8 over 7 minus 2. This is order of operations. So these two are glued together. These two times together is a negative 39, and then minus a minus, that's plus 8. So we have 9 minus 39 plus 8 over 7 minus 2. Okay, so 9 minus 39 is negative 30, plus 8 is negative 22. And then negative 22 over 7 minus 2 is 5. And you can leave the answer just like that if it doesn't simplify anymore. If fencing costs $2.30 per yard, ooh, 3 feet in a yard, have to watch out, everything's 3 feet. How much would it cost to fence the field in the figure? So if we add all of these up, we have 30 plus 33 plus 12 plus 17 plus 18 plus 16 going all the way around. That's going to give us 126 feet. Okay, 126 feet divided by 3, because there are 3 feet per yard, that's 42 yards. And if we take 42 yards times $2.30, what does that pop up with? Grab the calculator, and we get 42 times $2.30 is 96.60, I believe. If I do any of these and you see a mistake, go ahead and let me know, send me an email, and I'll try to fix it as quick as possible. The regular price for a plane is $195,000. After an 11% price reduction, what would the price be? So we're going to take $195,000 and subtract 11% of $195,000. Good deal. Plug that into the calculator, and we get 195,000 minus 0.11 times 195,000, and we get 173,550. Right on. All right, number 4. Number 4. This negative 2 exponent is going to come into everything, but it looks like we can simplify something a little bit earlier than that. If we simplify that, that's 2/3. This x can go down to the bottom and make it an x to the 5th on the bottom. So negative exponent, move that guy down, and there was already an x down there. So we had an x to the 4th and an x on the bottom. And then these guys just cancel out. So it's really this all to the negative 2 power. So it goes into each one of those, and so we end up with 2 to the negative 2 over 3 to the negative 2 x to the negative 10, which means all of them switch places. 3 squared, x to the positive 10 over 2 squared, and then all that's left is 3 squared is 9, x to the 10th over 2 squared is 4. Oh, that was nice. The p's just kind of canceled right out of there. Number 5, evaluate the expression x cubed plus 2x squared plus 7 for x equals negative 5. So we're going to take this negative 5 and stick it in to the x's, and we get negative 5 cubed plus 2 times the negative 5 squared plus 7. That's going to equal negative 125 plus 2 times a positive 25, so that's plus 50, plus 7. And we stick that into the calculator or by hand, and we get a negative 68. Excellent. All right, let's clear those off and scoot up the screen just a little bit. There we go. Maybe we could shrink that down just a hair. I don't know what that did on your screen, but that made it a little bit more doable for me. All right. Now let's do the, we're on number 6 now. So draw. There we go. Okay, if Steve selects C4, so we're in C4 right now, and enters A2 to the 4th power plus C3. Okay, so that's going to be A2, which is 5, 5 to the 4th, plus C3, 15. 5 to the 4th, stick that in the calculator, and we get 625 plus 15 is going to be 640 is what it looks like. Excellent. All right, number 7. Solve for x. Go ahead and jump this guy in, and we get 1/2 x plus 3 minus 7 equals 1. We can go ahead and take care of this. This is 1/2 x minus 4 equals 1. Add the 4 over, we get 1/2 x equals 5, times both sides by 2, and x equals 10. And you could have times by 2 up here to clear out the fractions. That would have been fine, but there we get x equals 10. The next one, number 8. 5x minus 13 equals 8x minus 3. Going to jump that guy in. 5x minus 13 equals 8x minus 3x plus 3. 8x minus 3x is 5x. So let's write that all out. 5x minus 13 equals 5x plus 3. Okay, that kind of smells funny right there. If we try to get rid of one of the x's, minus 5x from both sides, and we get negative 13 equals 3. That is false, meaning our answer is no solution at all. All right, let's try the next one. Number 9 is y. So we got to get this y right here by itself. So subtract off the qx, subtract off the qx, and we get by equals c minus qx. Divide by b, and we now have the y by itself. So there's our answer right there. Excellent. All right, let's scoot this up a little bit more and see a few more problems. Number 10, Blabbering Bertha. Blabbering Bertha has a cell phone plan through Phone X. She is charged $43.56 for the first 200 minutes. Now that's good, 43.56. That gives her 200 minutes. And then it's going to add 26 cents, so it's 0.26 times each additional minute. And her total bill came up to 104.65. So now we have to solve it. So let's subtract the 43, oops, I don't want that there. Subtract 43.56 from both sides. And we get 0.26 m equals, better plug that guy in, 104.65 minus 43.56. We get 61.09. Divide by 0.26, divide by 0.26, and we get m equals 234.96. So there were 234.96 minutes. I'm going to say 235 minutes. All righty, we can round to the nearest minute on there. All right, number 11. Zach earned 83, 90, 94, and 86 on his first 4 tests. What is the minimum score he would need to get on his next test in order to average 84? So that's our average of 5 tests. So we have 83 plus 90 plus 94 plus 86 plus a test, all divided by 5, it has to give us an average of 84. Multiply by 5, and we get 420. I should write that down. Let's get a different color there. We're timesing by 5 and timesing by 5. And so that goes away there, and then that becomes 420. 420, and it looks like he already has, what does he have? 83 plus 90 plus 94 plus 86. He already has 353 points. And that last test. So if we subtract the 353, we get that his test, he needs 67 points. Cool. All right. Yeah, let's clear that off and scroll down some more. Let's run number 12 now. Number 12. After an 18% price reduction, a boat sold for $19,590. What was the boat's price before the reduction? This is an algebra problem. We have that the price, write it out here, the price was reduced by 0.18 of the price and ended up being $19,590. Yeah, so that's how we have to set up the equation. The 18% doesn't times the final price of $19,590. So go ahead and put those two together and we get 0.82p equals $19,590. Divide by 0.82, divide by 0.82, oops, backwards. 82, and what do we get there? 19,590 divided by 0.82. I get P equals 8023,890. 0.24. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Oh my word. There was something back up a little bit before that we didn't do, and I really apologize for that. Blabbering Bertha. Let's go back and fix that right now. We need to clarify. She had 235 minutes, but then she had an additional 200 for that first amount she paid, so total was 435 minutes. Oh my word. That's how long she talked. Her first 200 didn't cost her 26 cents per minute. All righty, good. Now that we fixed that, we can keep moving on. We'll zip that back up there. Boat's minimum price, oh, you're about right there. Okay, so the next one. A car is traveling at 75 miles per hour. Okay, so that's 75 miles per hour, okay? And there are 5,280 feet per mile, so 5,280 feet per mile, and 60 minutes per hour. What is the speed in? We want feet per minute. Okay, so we have to times by something. 5,280 feet per mile. This guy goes on top. That's our target unit. So 5,280 over, that's feet per mile. But then when we times it by this 60 minutes per hour, we need minutes on the bottom. So we got to have 60 minutes, and that's for 1 hour. So if we times these guys, notice what happens. The hours cancel, the miles cancel, and we're left with feet per minute. So punch that in the calculator. 75 times 5,280 divided by 60. And we get 6,600 feet per minute. Good. Number 14, Milo and Miranda both rode stationary bikes for an equal amount of time. Oh, that's important. Okay, let's set it up. We got Milo and Miranda, and here's our box. Maybe you've forgotten the box, but this is rate times time equals distance. Good. And we know that Milo and Miranda were both in there for the exact same amount of time. Milo rode at 5.5 miles per hour, and Miranda rode at 8 miles per hour. Okay, so let's fill out the chart right now. We get 5.5t. Remember, rate times time equals distance. And then 8t, rate times time equals distance. So Miranda's distance is 8t. And so Miranda's distance, 8t, rode equals 1.25 farther plus Milo's distance, 5.5t. Here is our equation. We know how to solve that. Yay! Subtract 5.5t from both sides, minus 5.5t minus 5.5t, and we get 2.5t equals 1.25. Divide by 2.5, divide by 2.5, and we get t equals 0.5. So the time is 0.5 hours, half an hour. Excellent. All right, number 15. Oh, this is going to take a little bit of work. Let's get a different color here. There we go. Find the equation of the line through the points 5, -30, and 3, -3. So first of all, we find the slope. That's going to be the most important part. So slope is y, that's -3 minus y, and -30 over 3 minus 5. That's a positive 27 because that minus becomes minus a minus becomes a plus. 27 over -2. So we know it's going to be y equals -27 halves x plus some number b right here. Let's figure out what that b is. Bright pink, let's do it. So we're going to stick in one of these x's and y's. I'll pick the smaller one and solve for b. On your final exam, it'll be a multiple choice, so you'll be able to eliminate anything that doesn't have that slope and then stick the points in. Make sure you understand that you won't have to go through this whole process that I'm going through. You'll be able to say, oh, there's the right slope. There might be 2 of them, and then stick in the points and see which one goes through both of them. All right, so we're going to stick this in. 3 goes in for x, and -3 pops out for y. So we get -3 equals -27 halves times 3 plus a b. That's -81 halves. So we're going to add 81 halves to both sides. And that's -6 halves plus 81 halves. That's 75 halves. So b is 75 halves, which means the real equation is y equals -27 halves plus 75 halves. There we go. All right, number 16. It says graph the equation y equals 2/3 x, -2/3 x minus 5. Let's come over here and do it. We have a y-intercept of 0, 5, and a slope of -2/3. That's down 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3. So slope of -2/3, and it goes through 0. Oh, there we go. Got him. So that's a slope of a -2/3 and a y-intercept of 0, 5. That's the graph. That's how you can definitely tell. Okay, number 17. Function of t, f of t equals 172 minus 7t, where f of t is in ounces and t is in minutes. Find the amount of water in the bucket after 13 minutes. So that's saying do f of 13 minutes, f of t, where t is 13. That's 172 minus 7 times 13. We just stick it in wherever the t is, which means it goes right in there like that. Excellent. So f of 13 equals 172 minus 7 times 13. And what does that equal? 172 minus 91 equals, looks like 81 ounces are left. Right on. All right. Let's clear those drawings and go down and do the final ones on this page, 18, 19, and 20. Number 18, find f of -5 when f of x equals absolute value of x minus 12. That means we're going to take the -5, stick it right in there, and we get f of -5 is absolute value of -5. Oops. Absolute value of -5 minus 12. Absolute value of -5 is +5. Minus 12 is a -7. There we have it. Oh, the amount of savings account after Y years at an APR of R when compounded monthly and starting with principal P is given by this formula. Oh, we've seen that guy a lot. So Eileen put $600 in the savings, so that's the P. So we're going to have A equals, now notice this is A of P, R, and Y. That's okay. We stick in P as 600 times 1 plus the interest rate. That's 0.052. You move the decimal 2 places over 12. Good. This is a monthly. 12 times. How much will she have after 14 years? Okay, that's 14 years. Good. What will that equal? Plug that into the calculator, and got to plug this in. 600 times parentheses 1 plus 0.052 divided by 12, all to the either in parentheses 12 times 14, or do 12 times 14, and that's 168, and we get 1240.608, 0.61. So this is in dollars. Great. Excellent. Nick obtained a loan for $19,000 that charges 5.1% annual percentage rate. He has to make a monthly payment over the course of many years. How much interest will he have to pay in the first month? So we take 0.051, that's the annual percentage rate, divide by 12. This is the monthly interest rate on his original $19,000 loan. What does that equal? 0.051 divided by 12 times 19,000. And I get $80 and 75 cents. $80 and 75 cents. Okay, excellent. All right, that's the first half. I'll try to get the second half to you right away.